All right, probably your second favorite day of the preseason is first day of full contact. And I don't think the kids disappointed either side of the ball. I thought we had good work today. We had 3 live periods. We had one to start the day that you guys got to see, and then we had inside run, middle practice, and then we finished with a live red zone, put the ball down the 20 and play it out. Our team portion of the day was game regulation, up and down the field, move the ball. So it was a lot of work today, but I thought we really competed well across the board and got some good stuff on film. So, really good stuff to coach from this afternoon.
Coach, this defense returned so many guys that were so good, inside the 10 last year, keeping teams from scoring. So what type of, advantage does that provide for your offense being able to practice against that in the red zone?
Well, and I told the defensive kids I expect us to be better this year than we were last year. We've got too much experience coming back. And I think that, just like we talked out there on the field, I was really pleased the way our offensive front practiced today. And, you got a defense coming back up front with what we have coming back. It's the iron sharpened iron deal that we talked about. It's just, you're going to make each other better. But certainly it's great for our offense to practice against, all the stuff our defense does. And it's great for our defense to practice against the offense with all the different stuff that they're going to see. We really should be really well prepared for the vast majority of our schedule. Now, the Army, Navies, and Liberties are a little bit different, but the rest of them are pretty much similar offenses.
How's the defense doing with keeping up with the high tempo of the offense?
It gets them. I mean, we're going to be in shape, that's for sure. We're pretty good for the first several plays, and then, that pace, wears on you, especially if the offense is able to convert and get first downs and really keep the chains moving. But that's good for us defensively, and I really look forward to seeing it in Daddy Ficklin Stadium on the 31st.
The transfers, freshmen, we give them a lot of attention because they're new, but the guys going in their second, third year, do you see them make a jump this time of year compared to the past?
Well, that was the challenge we issued the other night was they need to make a jump. If you're a second-year guy, you need to be on special teams. You need to be in the depth. You need to be competing for playing time. If you're not, then there's an issue there. And so, we have some that are, some that, need to come on along. But, you're going to see some young guys play for us this year, and that's good because, we do have a large number of seniors that are going to graduate, and we got to have guys ready for, who's next up.
First day of full pads, the energy's high, the competition's high. How was the trash talk today?
Oh, it's there. I mean, and we talked a lot about just I love the competition. Okay, we got to keep it in check though. We can't have silliness that takes away from practice, and so there's a line that we got to be able to play with in practice and on game day. And so for us, we don't want to practice anything that we're not going to be able to do on game day. So I got no problem with them going at each other, but I want to keep it make sure we keep it appropriate.
What do you like so far about what you see out of Hauser and Garcia, quarterbacks?
Well, I guess probably the number one thing is their accuracy. Number two is probably decision making. I think those are two pretty important qualities for a quarterback. I thought Caton had his best day of the fall camp yesterday. He really, really played well. Today, need to look at the film, but Jake was with the ones today. Certainly did some good stuff. But we threw a lot more at him today, especially during the live periods. Now all of a sudden it's not tag, it's not thud. It's tackle to the ground, and so that changes the way people operate sometimes.
And Jake and Kate, they can move pretty good now that they're running, but how much does that maybe provide them improvising a little bit?
Oh, no doubt. They have the ability to do things with their legs. Now, neither one of them you would label as a running quarterback, but when the play's there, they're able to make it, and both of them have done that. Jake had a real nice play inside the 10 today, scrambling. Caton had a zone read the other day, went for about 30 yards. So, when the play's there, they can make it with their legs, and they can also extend plays, which I think that's, vitally important. In today's college football with all the, multiple defenses you see and all the pressure you see, the ability to improvise when the play breaks down is very, very important.
How much of a concern is the, storm and the rain and all that this week?
It's a huge concern, just like the heat was last week. You have You have no ability to practice if it gets really bad, and that concerns me for the next several days. We're supposed to have a practice tomorrow night under the lights to help prepare us for the night games to start the season. But I don't know what we're going to be able to do tomorrow just yet. The players, they'll be ready. We'll try to get practice in whenever we can. Try to find the best window.
How's the offensive line coming along with a new coach in that room?
Very pleased. I'm very, very pleased with the offensive line right now. You got guys with experience. That's huge. I think that Matt and the other guys working with the offensive line have done a great job with that group. And it's just like, when we went in that little goal line period to start, you had a group that felt confident, going out there against our defense. You went to inside run, and you didn't have all the negative plays that we typically have, with inside run. You had an offense that can challenge the defense. And it's just, I'm pleased with where we're at right now. We're not the finished product, but it is night and day from where we were last year.
I know you want your tight ends to make plays. I know you were asked about them on Saturday, but now that it came to full contact and they've got a run block as well, are you seeing good balance of them being an extension of the offensive line as well?
Yeah. They know they've got to. There's so much competition in that room right now. If they don't do a great job blocking, they won't be on the field. And I can say the same thing about the receivers. Our ability to block on the perimeter is drastically improved. But the competition level is so high in those two rooms. There's only so many snaps on the field, and I feel like we have great depth. And so they're really pushing each other, and I'm pleased with how that aspect is coming along.
John David Baker talked to the Pope recently about the depth of wide receiver. Is that kind of wide open right now, or have some guys solidified their spots?
Well, I think you have some guys that continue to show up every day. Winston Wright, Anthony Smith, we talked about them the other day. I think Brock Spalding is showing up in a lot of different ways. Jari Patterson, missed a few days early in camp with a non-football injury from late in the summer, but he's come back this week and has had some electric plays. Yannick Smith, for a freshman, he's showing up. So you have a lot of guys that are showing up in that room. Chase is going to miss a couple of days, so he wasn't out there today. But you had somebody to step right in there and take those reps. So glad to have those guys, because that is really what's going to make the offense go. We know that the backs are going to be able to run the football. I thought Rajay did a great job today running the football behind the offensive line, but those receivers are really what's going to make this offense go.
Coach Josiah Robinson, he's obviously missed a lot of injury. Just how have you seen him kind of come back? He still seems like he's in great shape. So how's he
Right.
coming along?
He's having a very good preseason. He's one that he has had some bad luck, but he has a positive attitude. He's working really, really hard. He don't say two words, but he goes out there and does his job. And there's going to be a point this year where he's going to play big minutes for us, and we're glad we got him.
And then the safety room, it seems like Devin King's having a solid camp.
Very, no doubt. He's the thing that pleases me with Devin, we all know he's a great tackler, and he's been a great special teams player. And he logged a lot of minutes for us at safety last year. But his assignment and just no busts and stuff like that has been so much better this preseason camp than what it's been in the past. And he feels very confident and very comfortable out there. But I think he's playing at a very high level right now. Anything else? Okay, thanks a lot.
Coach, you like our spotlight back here?
I do.